Welcome. I am so excited to be here. My name is Cindy, and I am here with Amy today to talk about how transition our journey out of the classroom. Hey, Amy, how are you?
I'm doing well, Cindy. How are you?
I am so happy that you are here with me. You have such a really cool story. Tell everybody what you do now.
Yeah, I had been in the classroom for 18 years, and I'm excited to say that I have moved on to a new role, and I'm really enjoying it. I worked with Cindy, and I moved into a customer success role, and I learned that it wasn't for me. And I think that sometimes that happens when we're transitioning careers. We go somewhere where we think it sounds about right. It's not a good fit, and that's okay. And I returned to working with Cindy and I found an amazing job. I am working as an executive assistant at a local university, and I'm really enjoying that. I still have that opportunity to make an impact in education in a different way, and doing completely different work than I did as a teacher. So it's been a really exciting change for me.
That is fantastic. You said something really important that I think transitioning teachers need to hear is that you went somewhere, you thought it was going to be perfect, it wasn't perfect, and it's okay. And then it helped you go in another direction.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that, we just have to keep that growth mindset going. And, if something doesn't work out, we think about, where do we go next? I think that there's a place for everybody, and there are so many exciting avenues to pursue.
And I think the signs were on the wall for that second job, right? I mean, we worked on a resume and cover letter together. One day, I think that you applied for the job and were called in for an interview like the next day, had a few interviews, and the entire process wrapped up in a matter of weeks, right?
Yeah. I think it was about 3 weeks, and I started early in the new year. So, yeah, it happened really quickly. I think sometimes it does, and it just falls into place, and it's meant to be.
What is great for you about this new job? What do you feel different here versus when you were teaching?
I really enjoy the team that I work with. I work with, a really nice collaborative and appreciative group of adults, and we're all working to, make life great for the students at the university. So there's still that opportunity to make a difference in the lives of students. But I have been able to take so many of the skills that I honed as a teacher, or with organization and problem solving, and as things come up, I know how to figure them out. In a snap, I can solve a problem or figure out a workflow that works better, to make things easier for the people that I'm working with. So I think that those things that I always did for students, for parents, for teachers, I do those things, just in a different environment for people in different roles. So it seems like a really natural and good use for my skills, that I am really able to utilize them and do great work in this new role.
That is fantastic. I know we were talking off camera before, and you were saying even something as simple as they were looking for something and you came up with the idea of Velcro sticky dots because as a teacher, that's something that's natural for you, but outside of education, people don't even think that way.
Yeah, absolutely. That like craftiness and creative problem solving and creating things, all that work I did creating learning centers for students came to use when we were figuring out how to arrange some tools for the office staff to use as well. So yeah, absolutely, Cindy.
I love seeing how much you're beaming, how excited you are about how you get to use everything that you used in teaching. I know it's really common for teachers to feel out when they leave teaching that no one's going to want to listen to them, no one's going to value their opinion or respect them. And it sounds like you're finding the exact opposite of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I think like once a teacher, always a teacher. So sometimes when I'm coming up with a solution for something, one of my managers will say, oh, Amy, I can see that you were a teacher, but it's in a good way. It's like in a, that they respect that knowledge and that perspective that I'm coming in with. So, I appreciate having that opportunity to, to be that, to be known as the teacher in the office, but to, in a really respectful way. So yeah, it's good.
and the respectful part, right? And to that they're looking to respect as a teacher with knowledge, with respect, with that you are a professional, right?
Absolutely.
And that you have to recognize that you have so many skills that are helpful in this job. So how is life better?
I enjoy going to work every day. I am, I work on site. I go to a beautiful university campus. I walk through the campus to my office. I'm seeing, excited students all the time. Have a really nice office, and, I eat in the dining commons with my colleagues and see, the hustle and bustle of student life. It's just a really nice change of pace. Having that ability to, get up when you need to, go to the water fountain, go, to the bathroom, not have to have coverage. Just having that flexibility in the day just makes a really big difference. And, it was something that was really hard as a teacher.
Yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of physical limitations there being a teacher that you just don't have once you leave the classroom.
Yeah, absolutely.
Breath of fresh air there. So, what was it like when you and I worked together?
Cindy, you were just so amazing.
Thank
Making
you.
a transition from one career to another is really hard. And I think like you really helped me to connect the dots. You hear so much advice out there, whether it's on LinkedIn and in various, social media groups, how to do it and what to do. But you really guided me through understanding what that meant. What does it mean to make your resume match the job description? What does an impactful cover letter look like? You made it easy. You set a process in place that made it possible for me. And you have that magical touch to just look at a resume or cover letter in a snap and know what to do to make it great. And it was working with you was the difference between getting recognized and not getting recognized, as was happening to me on my own. And it's not because I don't have the skills or because, anything was, everything we put on the resumes together was accurate, but finding a way to make it meaningful to, whether, so, I think you said to me at one point that, well, this is meaningful to you, Amy, but it's not meaningful to the employer. And so thinking about, what is meaningful to them, which skills that I have, match their needs. I think that like learning that from you is really what made the difference. And you're a great cheerleader, and you helped prepare for interviews. And, I learned so much from you. I mean, sometimes I even like think about things that we talked about in conversations when I'm doing writing, when I'm writing emails and when I'm, composing marketing materials. And I'm thinking about things that you told me, that helped me to, be a better writer in my job too. So I think I took a lot away from our work together.
Thank you so very much. That is so sweet. I love that. I mean, first off, I love that you're carrying it forward, right? I love that you're carrying forward. I have myself the words from some of my mentors that when I go through my day and I hear their voices in my ears, and I love to be the voice in your ear, helping you as you are going through and being successful in your career. But, I really like, I love listening to hear what clients say and what was really meaningful, but, like, when you said, "That's really important to you, Amy, but not to the not to the employer," is yeah, you always had it. You always had that the skills, you always had the knowledge, and what we put out there is all 100% accurate, but we have to pay attention to what the employer cares about, and I think that's the mark that most people miss when they're applying for jobs,
Yeah, absolutely.
okay, is really looking at it from the other side. You're just too close to it. Right? You're too close to see. So what is your advice to whether it be a transitioning teacher or someone who's looking to make a career pivot or return to the workforce? What is your advice for them?
I mean, I think that if you've been in the classroom for a really long time and you're trying to get out, I think I go back to one of those lessons that, when I was an instructional coach, that I, always said to people that the greatest things happen outside of our comfort zones. Sometimes we have to, take a step out of what we're used to and what's routine, to make a change that is just so great, for our future. And so if you are, somebody who's considering transitioning, go for it, stick with it. And if you need help, reach out to Cindy because she's really awesome.
Oh, thank you so much. I am so happy for you. I wish you continued success in your career and always. And I know that you are going to continue to strive to attain it, and you will.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much. Thank
Thank
you.
you.